misbehaving. Be miss motherfucking behaving. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Happy daytime. I hope you're staying classy as fuck, washing your hands and brushing your teeth. My lungs, I think, have decided to purge whatever the fuck is inside me this morning. So if I go into a sudden coughing fit, don't freak out. I'm fine. But I just had one and it's coming up. Thank fuck. No keys lost. I mean, let's not cause any, national banking crises or whatever. Not that any of us have the power to do that, particularly. Let's not. There's something mildly relaxing knowing that nothing I do in the world has any effect on anyone really anymore. There's a little bit of a relaxation factor. Yep, that's the one. Good morning, Angel. Good morning, Super Baba. Good morning, Kel. Good morning, Alchemy. Good morning, everybody. Kinger, Might, everybody. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. We're playing fucking Quantum Break again today. I know. But I have a feeling it's going to be literally a completely different game. Considering I'll be able to see. I already went into all of my NVIDIA settings and made sure that VSync is off and nothing is going to fucking fucks it. So that's the hopes today. We hope. I'm excited to see how fast I can speed run the first couple chapters. But fuck, dude, that neon nightmare yesterday burned holes in my eyes. I swear I was seeing. If you remember cameras with flash, you remember when you get the fucking glow bug? I always called them glow bugs. I don't know if there's actually I don't know if there's actually a thing there, what their name is, the glow dots in your eyes, but I swear I had those all night from that game. It was wild. And then we watched anime all night, which was actually kind of relaxing for my eyes, to be honest. It wasn't that bad. I know. Question is, do we make the same choice? I made the choice not to be a douche. So if you've played Quantum Break, it's very much based on your decisions. So you play a chapter, you have lots of decisions, and then there's a movie you watch, and then you play another chapter and there's decisions, and the movie is based on your decisions, etc. So the reason I chose what we did yesterday is the guy is a fucking bad guy. He's the bad guy. And the worse the bad guy is, the more the people tend to rise up against said bad guy. And letting him run a PR campaign seemed like we were on the bad guy's side. That's what it felt like to me. I don't know. That's just what it felt like, kind of. So I was like, okay. I mean, it's horrible clocking this bitch in the head. But that will make people hate him more versus him manipulating her into spinning a PR track to make him seem like the good guy and then make our guy the bad guy. Oh, should we choose a different? I mean, we know what happens with the first option now. Should we choose another option? Should we let him PR track? That was fucked. I really didn't know what those decisions were. I've played the bad guy many times. I've played the heel a couple times. It's not easy just playing a character that you're just willingly accepting and kind of creating for people to hate. Emma. Although, for some reason, it sure did get a lot of you to come to my channel. Emma's questionable. I don't want the bad guy to win. For some people really trust me with high-value assets and extremely important things because before this, I worked on Army radars responsible for protecting entire areas. And if they broke, it would go to the Pentagon. You know what's scary, Socrates? I mean, scary, just to relate. People trusted me with human lives just based on I went to school. I feel like your trust is more validified. They were like, oh, you read a bunch of books and went to school? You want some humans? And I was like, okay, sure, let's fucking go. What up, Knives? Good morning. Are we going to accidentally get the evil CK arc? I mean, we kind of did yesterday. They're both evil, though. They're so evil. Question. If you were that chick, I cannot remember her name, the chick with the braid that we clocked in the head. Would you rather survive to be used as a PR pawn for like the evil fuckface? Or would you rather die a martyr? Like, I don't know. Like, you're not there to see the uprising, but assuming you die as a martyr, people uprise. I don't know if I'd want to survive to be some fucking PR pawn. Now I don't know. Sex, same. I would prefer to die as opposed to be just like locked up. Magical option C, we thought that was going to happen yesterday. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought that. But so you make decisions and your consequences are based on your decisions, clearly. And when we finally got to the FMV portion of the game where they show you a movie, we were all sitting there like, I'm glad I'm not the only one, because after she was clocked, multiple of you were like, oh wow, I really thought maybe they wouldn't. Like, maybe the guy would save her and hide her away and she'd be like an escapee. No, they just... It was very bad. I was of uncomfortable. Yes. Mucho uncomfortable. No, there's no wrong choice, Knives. That's the scary part. Like, if you were watching, we're replaying the thing today because we have it on Steam now. And if you didn't get to see Quantum Break yesterday, you saw it, Knives, the fucking crazy ass digital glitches. So my blessed soul went and bought it for me on Steam. God damn it. So I downloaded it last night and we're going to replay the whole thing. But did you see the decision? Because there is no right decision. Like, I guess, yeah, I made a terrible decision as the bad guy, but where's the good decision? I think the bad guy, you're just going to have bad decisions. I kind of like it. I love and hate that they're making me play the bad guy. Like, it's very conflicting that you're playing two different characters. As so far, don't spoil it. So far, I wanted to put that in my title today. Like Virgin Run or whatever, just so people know it's my first time. They're both shitty, right? Yeah. Vespin, thank you, I made it. Well, technically, I found it in the mud in the parking lot at the Maryland Renaissance Fair. The Maryland Renaissance Fair. And it's a junior's, hence the sleeves. But I was kind of drunk on mead, and I picked it up, and I was like, yeah, and I brought it home, and I bleached it. This is bleached tie-dye, but it's got a cool thing on the back. Maryland Renaissance Fair. Interesting that on a children's shirt, they got a big mug of mead. But you know what? That's fine. Hey, virgin, stop. I'm only half a virgin. It's like they tickled my butthole yesterday. Me personally needs of the many outweighs the needs of the few, which sucks. Same. That's exactly where my mind went. Like, do I kill her, which is horrid, or do I keep her to use her to manipulate the crowds of good people? Like, it just seems they're both bad. They're bad options across the board. Zombies die. Apocalypse die, right? Like, I just don't. I maybe, I don't know. I feel like maybe I could have some skills in Apocalypse, maybe. It's just frothy grape juice. Oh my god, the idea of frothy grape juice. It's frothy fucking grape juice. Spoil it and we'll cut your genitalia off with a rusty pair of scissors. Oh my god, I have some rusty scissors. Big ol' steel motherfuckers. They're disgusting. Anybody want a vasectomy? Shall we cheers? And then speed run this fucking game? I really enjoy the game. I'm not going to speed run it to avoid any content, by the way. I'm just going to be running through it to get to where we were. And I'm stoked because it's going to be like a different game. If you guys remember, like, was it like the first active scene where we had to run around and do stuff? Blinded. I couldn't see anything. I thought it was part of the game, though. So I was sitting there like, guys, I don't understand. Do I just follow the bright light? And everybody in chat's like, no, Katie, this is not it. The fuck? Katniss Everdeen, really, that's literally what she even has the braid like Katniss Everdeen. Oh my god. Is she a play on Katniss Everdeen? Interessante. Cheers. What? Lay down. Bill's been weird all day. She went out in the yard today and just like barked at a patch of dirt for 15 minutes. I'm not 100% sure what's going on in her brain today, but she's been a little broken. I know. I couldn't spoil the game either because I've only made it through like one end. I don't think we made it to the end of the chapter because we said fuck it. I think yesterday we tried to fix it. It wasn't fixed. And we were just like, you know what? Let's play some murder trivia party because this is just dumb. Like, you couldn't see anything. It wasn't fixed. And it was getting to the point where those like black, I don't know what to call them, dead pixels. They look like dead pixels in the game. It was covering up like the identifiers as to where you're supposed to go. Like the yellow shiny shit that's like climb here would be black and like Vanta black, so you couldn't even see textures. It was just getting impossible to play, which sucks. Yeah, we fixed it for literally 15 minutes and it came back. And then it crashed. You're right. No, it totally crashed. It crashed and that's why we said fuck it. Yep. It was the ghost patch of dirt. Which is interesting because I do have animals buried in my yard. Obviously have lots of animals. Animals pass away. I make them little graves. They don't bark at my animals' graves. Interesting. Side note though, so I've told you guys about my yard. I have a pretty decent sized chunk of land. And I have like all of my yard that's fenced in, and then I have a huge chunky yard that's in front of my house, and then I have a chunky yard that's like on the other side of my driveway. And I'm thinking of like building a graveyard. It's literally the road that like hundreds of children walk to school every day. How cool would it be if you walked past a house that had a graveyard? Like a well-manicured, but a graveyard. Would that be cool or weird? Minimin, oh my god, how are you? Oh my god, you actually got cheetah piss? No shit, that's one of my favorite strains, but it smells so pissy. I love cheetah piss in general is a really, really good strain, but it smells so pissy. Cool and weird. Like a pet cemetery, exactly. Yeah, it's my pets. Obviously, there's no humans in my yard. But this gravestones could say things like, I did my own research. Oh shit, you're in Chicago. How's it going? I'm already the spooky witch house. If you've ever seen, I use this example a lot because it's pretty on it. If you've ever seen Superstar, you know, her mom's house, like that front yard, that's literally what my yard looks like because we live on a corner and I can't plant anything that's too tall and blah, 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 blah. It's dry as fuck and I don't have a fucking faucet on the front of my house, so I can't water my yard in the front. It's very frustrating. I definitely am a witch house. Like, I have to be at this point. If I was a kid, I'd think we were creepy. I already have graves out there. Like, I have various animals that have passed away in my life buried in my yard. So why not put up gravestones? That'd be fun. Oh, is it for your comment? Maybe that's why I love it, because I used to live on the East Coast. I lived in Baltimore for a long time. But also add some of the spirits, like the one next to you in it. I mean, you mean Tammy? I'm sure I'm surrounded by spirits. I'm like the person in the world that deeply wants to see ghosts. I want to be haunted, and I have never had a haunting experience in my life. I'm sure ghosts are like slapping me if they're there, like, listen, bitch, listen. And I'm just like, have a classy day, everybody. I wish. It's okay. I'm glad to not be 10 to 12 hours ahead of everybody. I mean, that's kind of nice. And you're back in America. I mean, not that that's the best option in the world, but you can water your front yard. You just have to drink more of your goblin drinks. You know, I use my goblin drinks to water my plants that are in the house. Like all my water that I just have sitting around, I water my plants with it. Why not? Pretty sure there'd be enough THC in your piss to grow cannabis. Probably. Oh my god. I wonder if I watered my... You know, we have to pick strains. I actually, hold on. I pulled out all my weed seeds. Because there's fucking no way I can grow all of them. Like, legally, I cannot grow all of them. But Kate sent me a shit ton of weed seeds. Like, look at, can we just talk about these? They're crazy. Like, the packaging. Fizzy Lifter, GMO, root beer, and Trop Cherry. Those are the parent strains. And then you pull this little guy, and then you pull it out. It's crazy. Let me turn this down. There you go. So you've got, good job. You've got a card with all the information about your strain. I really wish it would show it to you guys, but the light is so fucking bright in here. Camera, don't do that. And then you've got a vial with your seeds in it right there. Those are your little seeds. It's adorable. Fizzy Lifter, GMO root beer, Trop Cherry, 5 feminized seeds, which means they are guaranteed to be women, which means I won't have to cull a bunch of babies, which is the worst part about growing weed is culling the babies. And now I can't get it back in. Oh, Katie, you can do this. I'll get it back in eventually. Anyways, that's how they look. They're just so like, it's just so, it's a wax seal. Yes, it's a wax seal with like the S of the Soft Femme Genetics brand. Because they're all guaranteed feminized. And if you don't grow weed, you probably don't know this, but it is, if you grow a male, you have to kill it. Well, you can't have male plants. You do not want male plants. Male plants, they don't produce bud because they're male. But they also will fertilize your female plants, and then all you get is seeds, and you don't get bud. So it's nice to have feminized seeds. I have Cherry Cheetah. This is Cheetah Piss. Oh, shit. Cheetah Piss and Trop Cherry. That's the parent strains. That's another one by Soft Femme. And then I have all of these. I was spoiled rotten. Spoiled fucking. I recognize how spoiled I am. I have so many. Like, I have enough seeds for, like, the foreseeable future. I genuinely don't know. Because in Colorado, you can grow marijuana, but you can only grow 4 plants per adult in the house, up to 16 plants, I think it is, and you can only grow indoors. I know. So then I have 1 fem seed of Pine Sol from Green Wolf Genetics. I have, this is by Leaf Cycle, Private Reserve, World's Most Exclusive Genetics, Tangy Chem Bandana? Yeah, Tangy Chem Bandana, and it comes in this, like, little ring case, and there's, like, 2 seeds sitting in there in this tiny, I mean, look at the packaging. It's just like, do you remember when we used to walk up to a stranger's house, hand them money, and they'd hand us, like, a Ziploc bag of maybe weed? That wasn't that long ago. That's all I'm saying. It's just so weird. To me still. Ice Krispy Treats is this, look at this. So it came in a bag like this. It's by Straight Gas Genetics. I just love the packaging because these little tiny bottles. It's this tiny, the world's tiniest little vial, and it's got 5 seeds in it, feminized again, because you want them ladies. But you see what I mean, my problem? I don't know what to grow. I have too much. I feel spoiled. I don't know how to say it. Gobsmacked Genetics. Inferno Gel Smacked. Photo Period Femme is what it says, and it's another tiny little vial in a little bag with, looks like 3 seeds in it. 3 seeds in it. This one I'm kind of excited for simply because of just the way it looks. It's Sirius Seeds, like Sirius Black, like from Harry Potter. And it has motherfucking Dumbledore on it, and then a little vial of seeds. And it says Headmaster Kush, Auto Femmes, and it's Gelato and Mazar are the parent strains of that one. Then I have Kraken. I'm serious. I could go on. I just feel so spoiled about this. I have Kraken Cake, which is allegedly Siren's Kiss F2 and Wedding Cake F4. I love Wedding Cake. 2 feminized seeds. Another feminized Pine Sol seed. Soft Femme, Hybridized, Feminized, Specialized. What are you? Midnight Express F3 CBD. Oh, this is CBD seed. Canatonic 4 and Freedom Express. And then this one is by the same brand, and it's another tiny little vial in there. Where is it? It's in the bottom with all those little seeds. This one's Creamy Smooth, Bling Cherry, and the Matrix times Nana's Fix. Love that strain name. Tiny little bags. Gorilla Butter and Trap Cherry are the parent strains. That's all it says is the parent strains of them. 3 feminized photo period seeds. Photo period, I think, means they've got a 10-week growing period and then they're good to go. And then, I can't even read it. Oreos Ice Cream Cake, which is apparently ice cream runts and Oreos 1.0. 3 feminized photo seeds. So you see what, like, I have 3, 6, 12, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 24. I can't grow all these. It's just crazy. 24, 29, 32, 35, 38, 41. I have 41 seeds. I have to choose. This is going to be so difficult. I'm going to do this soon. Like, I think on my next day off, I'm going to go to Lowe's and get all the planting stuff to do, like, the indoor starts. And we'll be starting them in paper towels and checking on the babies like we did last year. It was super fun. Oh, sexy. Dude. You know, sex. If any of those strains popped out to you as medicinal, bitch, you let me know for no reason in particular. I'm absolutely thinking too hard. Absolutely thinking too hard. There's too many. Like, I get frozen by indecision. Like, eventually I'll probably just be like, this one. I'll just pick one randomly out of the box. Because I'm very indecisive. It is terrible. Good morning, Nick. How are you, love? I love Oreos, runts, cake strains. Cheetah Piss was in there. There's some really good strains in there, honestly. I love that they put the parent strains, too. Tangy is a really good one. Oh, the parent strains of the Tangy Chem are Tangy Chem Band and Chiquita Banana. That's for the best, probably. Probably. Oreos and runs give me insane munchies when I need. Isn't that nice? There have been maybe 5 strains I've ever tried in my life that have given me munchies. Same with, like, getting sleepy. It's it's like, I don't want those strains all the time. But when I find them, I remember them and I keep them forever. Like I've told you, I was just talking about this yesterday, but if I find a random strain that makes me sleepy, I throw that shit in my bedroom immediately. I don't even keep it on my desk because that is now nighttime weed. Right there, like that's going to be my bedtime weed and I'm done. Because I don't want it all the time, but I like to know I have it. Put them in a hat, jumble them around, and pick however many you can grow. Oh, that's probably not a bad idea, honestly, because I don't know how. I mean, it'd probably be a good idea to grow the photo period ones together, just because they're good. Photo period. If I'm correct on what when they say photo period like that, essentially some of the marijuana plants have been bred to be so specific that they are completely mature and harvestable to the point of drying in 10 weeks. Exactly. It's like a 10-week photo period and they're done. And so I don't know if the rest of them, I don't know why any seeds wouldn't be that anymore, to be honest, unless they're experimenting. Layer Cake is such a good strain. For me, it's like strains with cherry in them for some reason make me sleepy. And I had one recently that gave me munchies. Oh God, Citrus Chiller? I want to say it was Citrus Chiller. That one kind of gave me like but we also get stuck sometimes in stream talking about food too much. Throw them in the air and choose based off face up, face down. Ooh, that's a good one. I like both of those ideas. But good. So the CBD one literally won't count. I was going to say, if CBD is good for medicinal shit, and that is legal all over the US, I'll just grow all of these no matter what, because they don't count. They don't have THC in them, they're CBD seeds. Literally says CBD. Midnight Express F3. And the parent strains are Catatonic 4 and Freedom Express. So that won't count. So I can grow these no matter what. So I definitely will. And then I'll look for, Oreos and runs. I'm going to write that. I'm going to write it on their box so I remember that. Because that helps me decide too. Not for any particular reason whatsoever other than the CBD ones, because that's legal everywhere. Really, cherries in general have things in them for sleepiness. Interesting. I love you. Oreos. I'm going to forget. This is why I write shit down, because I just don't trust my brain. Oreo and runs. I still have some weed. This is literally from my last year's grow. I'm gonna turn it into more butter. Oh, I'm so excited. I love this. I'll be your witch. I mean, we're all witches, right? We were already pretty open about that. We're not like hiding these facts anymore. The world hates women no matter what we do, so whatever. But like bog witch represent, let's fucking go. And you're gonna be the apothecary bitch. You gotta start collecting your suppliers. For no particular reason whatsoever. No reason at all. Trick nose. Hello, my boy. Look at those beautiful teeth. You're such a pretty boy. Thank you for coming and saying good morning. What are we hoarding now and why? Nothing in particular. Weed, marijuana, the drugs, the seeds, kills. Dude, ClassyKatie last year sent me, what did I count? 40-something marijuana seeds. And I feel like I'm hoarding them because I legally can't grow more than like 8 plants at a time. And it takes, 10 weeks to grow a plant. So it feels like hoarding, but I'm going to grow them. This year's the year. We're going to grow some of them. I'm really excited. I don't even know what strain this was, though. That's what sucks about the last batch I grew, is they were not professional seeds. They were seeds that I had just gathered from weed. I'd been smoking for years and years and years and years and years. And then finally, I just had so many seeds, I was like, why not try to grow them? Fuck it. I know how to garden. I can do this. And they grew, obviously, and produced a lot of weed. But they make great butter. Yes, Hertz. That's how I grew that weed. No shit. This is just seeds that I'd collected in pot, again, for years. So I have no idea what strains I grew. Like, they definitely looked different. I can conjecture whether or not they were sativa or indica, but across that, I have no idea. Simply because a couple of the plants were shorter, fatter, and purple, and a couple of the plants were taller and skinny and more yellow. Tall, skinny, yellow plants tend to be sativas. Short, fat plants tend to be indicas. Tend to. These days, who knows? Things are so fucking hybrid. Weed is just weed. Oh, I love that. My coworkers are starting to ask me stuff. I'm excited. Fuck yes. I live in the woods, so I mean, growing wild while not ideal conditions would probably make something. Dude, I grew in Maryland. It is such a primo environment. The summer of Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. It's just like the perfect temperature, the perfect amount of sun, the perfect humidity. I grew some. The only issue you run into that I ran into is your plants could mold. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I had a huge harvest of blueberry. I think it was just blueberry when I was living in Maryland, and I had to throw the whole thing out because it fucking molded while it was hang drying because of the humidity. So you want to make sure you get a dehumidifier if you grow legally. Obviously, I'm not suggesting anyone do anything to get themselves in trouble, but man, that East Coast humidity is so fucking prime for pot. That being said, I think weed is called weed for a reason, because while not legal, I allegedly grew mine outdoors last year in the ground, and they grew amazing. In Colorado. Dry, fucking dry. It might have been blueberry muffins. It was either blueberry muffins or it was blueberry headband. I know that's a pretty common strain. I like blueberry strains, so I know it was blueberry. Blueberry scone, I think, is a pretty good strain, too. I think I've had that as well. Kills, no shit, that's kind of what happened to me. That's why I say, like, I'm not out here to get in trouble on purpose. I don't try to break the law. It's totally legal to grow weed in Colorado, but you must grow it indoors. So a couple of my plants I thought died, so I threw them in the yard just to mulch them back into the yard. And I got a couple fat bitches. Fat little plants. But I genuinely, I think I had to go somewhere and they dried out while I was gone or something. And they looked crispy, like crispy fucking crispy. I was like, oh, they're dead. Threw them in the yard and had to meticulously plant tomatoes around a couple spots in my yard last year to like mask these accidental trees growing. But my neighbor, I'm no shit. Neighbors this way across the street, I'm pretty sure sell pot. And then my neighbors this way that I share a fence with absolutely grow pot. It's Colorado. Like, I'm pretty positive I'm safe, but I don't risk shit like that. Like, I don't want the cops involved in my life in any way, shape, or form. Ever. Southern Maryland's great for growing. George Washington had a plantation down in Charles County. Oh, no shit. Oh, I mean, when I was living in Baltimore, I grew a 9-foot tomato plant on accident. I needed to get a trellis to like drape it over because the tomatoes, I think I was just talking about this recently. They were called black crims. And they were these tomatoes that were genuinely like, they were heirloom and they would get so big. They were two-handers and they were like black. They were really cool looking. But because they were so heavy, the whole plant just started to teeter over. I had to like literally put it on an arbor. It was wild. If you put a tent over it, it's technically indoors. No shit, that counts. If you have a greenhouse or a grow tent or whatever, that's technically indoors. I think, I don't know, legal language baffles me, but I think the reason they don't want you growing outdoors is underage people could come into your yard and pick it, and you're not illegally allowed to have pot unless you're 21. So I understand that. Also, I think cross-pollination, because our state is a huge grow state, I think they're worried about cross-pollination and whatnot because you guys know, like, the stipulations on marijuana shops and dispensaries are so fucking stringent that if what they say is on the package is not what's in the package, they can have their entire business taken away, their license taken away to sell, and shut down immediately. So they have to be, like, on it. So I think that's part of it, which I respect. I get it. It's no problem. Animals could spread it, pollinators and shit like that, and, like, I don't want to be a part of a problem like that. I understand. I can grow other things in my yard. I'm currently an egg dealer in my small town. I'm not kidding you, Kills. Yesterday morning, I woke up, got my cup of coffee. I was standing on my back porch watching my dogs run around the yard, and I heard a rooster. And I was like, oh, please. I'm pretty sure my neighbors this way that grow pot, the ones that gave me fake names, they're very secretive and strange. They have chickens, and I've slowly been trying to befriend them, but I just need a neighbor with chickens. Like, I don't really want to commit myself to chickens. But if my neighbors get chickens, I will be all about that shit. I will buy the fucking feed. Let's go. Fuck. $5.18 count. That's incredible. Have you worked out, like, I was going to say, like, does it just cover feed? Because that's, my parents used to give away eggs for free. They'd put them at the end of our driveway because we just had so many. It was ridiculous. So, Kels, since you've been taking care of chickens for years, right? My mom has a mean rooster that she genuinely has to protect herself with a board from. What would you do? She's not willing to kill it. I do not like taking the lives of things. I just want to be very, very clear about that. But a rooster that's coming at my mom's eyes, my 71-year-old mother's eyes, I'm worried about. Same. Cool. So basically, I need to go home and take care of a rooster for my family. My dad wants to do it so bad, and my mom's like, I just don't want to kill him. And I'm like, he is making your life miserable. She loves her chickens. She loves taking care of her chickens, and she can't enjoy them. She can't even let them free range because the rooster will literally come at her face anytime she's outside. It's fucking crazy. Like, that's no shit. That's my grandparents would make jokes about that. Like, every time they got a batch of baby chickens, they're like, well, if one turns out to be a rooster, we're all getting soup. I hate killing things, but roosters are fucking mean. Like, actually, I joked at her. She hates me for this. I was like, Mom, because you guys know, she won't visit me because I have snakes. She's terrified of these noodles that sit in balls all day. And I told her, I wasn't lying. I was like, Mom, I have over 40 tarantulas. I've got 3 over 5-foot snakes. Nothing in my house has ever tried to attack me. Loosely aside from one of my crested geckos, but it's not an attack. He bites the skin on my hand and tries to have sex with it. It's different. Geckos just do that. Nothing. And my mom's got a fucking chicken that will not stop attacking her, and she won't cull the thing. Like, that's what you do. Good morning, reasonable. I hate it. Whoa, I have 3 hens. A bag of feed cost me $11.61 after tax and will get me about 72 eggs. That's fucking sexy. I love that. Kills, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. They've lived a good life. You gotta kill it. Okay, I'm glad I'm not. She made me feel like I was the devil. And you guys know, I was vegan for like 6 years. Like, I love animals. I can't step on an earwig in my yard, and I fucking hate earwigs. But a rooster, if you don't know, if you've never like been around chickens or whatever, roosters have this horrible, it's like a dew claw. I don't even know what it's called, but it's this gigantic claw off the back of their leg. And when they fly at you, they come at you with that claw and they can literally get your eye. They could take your eye out. There's a reason there's cockfighting. Like, that's real. It's the most horrible part of owning chickens. It's the most horrible part of running a farm, is the death part. But that's the reality of it. And as long as, I mean, and you know this, Kills, and I'm pretty sure everybody here agrees with me and knows this, if you're giving an animal a good life on a farm and butchering it and eating it, it's exponentially better than anything in a factory farm has ever experienced since its waking fucking moment. Ever. The spur, it's a spur. It can kill you. Yeah, roosters are fucking wild. And the fact that it's jumping at my mom, and just to preface, my mom is not 6 feet. My mom's like maybe 5'5". So significantly smaller than me. So this rooster doesn't have that far to go, and it's jumping at her, and she's 71. Like, I hate this. I feel like I need to make a trip home just to like, oh, the rooster disappeared. Wild. Good news, I'm making chicken and dumplings. I don't like doing this, but what do you do? Snake fear is rational, kind of. Like, it baffles me, especially when it comes to my mom, which is so bizarre. It's literally the symbol of rebirth and health and rejuvenated, reborn health, etc. It's the symbol on all, there's snakes on medical, is it on my respiratory therapy thing? Yes! Literally, I don't even know if you can see it. The two snakes twined together. It is the symbol of medicine, and my mom's been an RT for like 50-something years. And she knows the history of this, and yet we are like inherently afraid of these like legless, armless creatures, and like 90% of them can't do anything but like gum you to death. But a rooster can kill you, and yet we're like, oh, the poor chicken. What? I'm gonna send him to the farm. I'm worried. I've told you guys about this. My parents are both getting up there. My mom's 71. My dad's like 60. What is he? 63. And their yard is like this terrible slope. And every time I go there, I'm like, you got to build stairs. You got to pay someone to put in stairs, something. And my mom's like, I've already fallen down it. It's fine. I don't want to have to move back to Washington to take care of my senile parents, please. And now she's got a rooster jumping at her face. Fuck. Lilith would fucking murder it. The sad thing is, oh fuck, what was I gonna say? Lilith going after, oh, a hawk, she has like a coop for the chickens that's all enclosed, and then she tries to let them like roam her property during the day while she's out there. A hawk got one of her chickens the other day, and I was like, damn it didn't get the rooster. Be nice. Ah, what? They're not even that big. I mean, it's bigger than all the chickens, but it's a... Kills might know. Chicken people, it's a red roost. It's the red, like the chickens she has are the big red ones, and then she has those like gray to orange headed ones. But they're fairly good. The chickens are fairly good size, so I know the rooster's got to be fucking fairly good size. Rhode Island Red, thank you, there it is. Yep, Rhode Island Red, that one. She used to have like Banties and stuff like that, but I think she likes the eggs better from these guys. But it's a red. It's the Rhode Island Red, the big guy. It's big. It's got the big green tail. It's bright red, and it's going at her face. She says she goes into her chicken coop to get eggs with like a board as tall as her. And she's like, then he doesn't even attack me. I'm like, because he can't see you. What life are you living right now? What the fuck? It's a rooster that literally doesn't even do its job. Didn't even protect the chickens, motherfucker. A Kid Rock tribute band? Well, the world's gotten worse today. I have Plymouth Barred Rocks. They're the chillest chickens I've ever had. I'm going to write that down and tell my mom, because I think she just goes to the feed store. Which, I mean, I think a lot of people do. She's always had chickens. We've always had, like, a mini farm my whole life. My parents have. And she just goes to the feed store and just gets, like, 6 chicks or whatever. She just, like, gets whatever they have. I don't think she's ever looked into this. And, you know, she goes to this feed store where they're like, oh, yeah, we guarantee they're all girls. And then she gets a rooster. This has happened so many fucking times. But before, my dad has stepped in and eliminated said rooster. Or they've had, like, a family friend or a neighbor or something that's like, oh, we'll take the rooster. We don't care, which is dope. It's called a Plymouth Barred Rock. I think her girl chickens are really fucking chill. They're really nice. Like, they eat out of her hand, they follow around the yard, but the rooster chases them away from her, and they're making it so she can't have fun with her chickens anymore, which sounds crazy, but, like, you guys understand. I'm sure a lot of you have chickens and stuff, and, like, you just want to hang out with your chickens and not have some, like, flying reptile Tyrannosaurus Rex thing coming at your face with its back barb. That's not how any of us want to live. A banny rooster, what is that? How do you go about humanely ending the life of a rooster? I think you probably do it the same way my family did. Do you have, like, that upside down funnel you stick them in and you just, like, I don't want to say it. You know, like, bendy straws? How when you get them brand new and they're all together and you kind of got to do like there's like this funnel. It's like it looks like an aluminum funnel or whatever, a steel funnel, and you put the chicken in upside down and then you grab its head and there's blades in there and it breaks the neck but also severs the carotid, and so you bleed out the meat and also instantaneously kill the chicken. My family did it with rabbits too. It's allegedly pretty humane. I mean, death is death. It's all fucked up. But that, I think, you gotta choke the cock. It's very quick. And, like, my family did that funnel. I don't know what that thing is called, but they did that to butcher the animals they were using for meat and whatnot, as opposed to the beheading. Because the beheading, I'm sure you've heard about this, but a lot of chickens and animals will, like, function after removing the head for a bit, and it's a little fucked up. Versus if you sever the spinal cord and then they're bleeding out instantaneously, it's done. It's not like a suffering animal. It's a funnel of death. It's pretty fucked up. I used the plastic box made into a cone, use a machete, yep, and a bucket, yep, that's exactly. That was my computer. I just had an NVIDIA game ready drivers ready on my not streaming PC, so we don't have to worry about it. Don't worry about it. Wild animals seldom die of old age. Amen. I use stings to hang them upside down, but the same idea as the funnel. Yeah, it's just the fastest, humane way of doing something like that, because none of my family revels in that. I don't know a farmer who revels in the butchering process. It's literally the worst part. It's horrible. If it's instant kill, it has to be, that's the concept, instant kill. And you're not, like, there's something about the nervous system I don't know, we don't have to talk about it, it's gross. Tiny farms are gross. Grew up on, I mean, where else do you know? I feel like I'm more sensitive about it than most of you. I know a lot of you hunt and shit like that. It's important to know where your food comes up from if you're gonna eat meat. And this is just personal, but, like, if I can't kill it, I don't think I should. I couldn't probably eat it, so I'd stick to things that I could kill. I haven't eaten horse. Although I'd kill the one that stepped on my face. Exactly, it's like the feeder. That's what I get, the rats for my snakes and stuff. It's called pre-killed, but they put them to sleep. They just gas them out. They're done. It's instantaneous. Imagine in the wild. They're swallowed alive. Fuck. Isn't there a video of, like, Sarah Palin talking while someone kills chickens in the background with one of those things? I really hope not. That's not something anyone outside of the farm environment experiencing that personally should have to see. That is some fucked up shit. Kills, I think that's smart, and you should have aftercare, like, take care of yourself afterwards, because it's never easy. All my uncles, literally my mom's side of my family, the butchering business is still a thing in Washington State. If you ever see big trucks that say Marzolf and Son, That's like my extended family's butchering business, and it's huge in the Pacific Northwest. None of them. I asked them when I was younger, and when I went vegan, of course, they all came after me. I went to a wedding where the whole table was sausages, and they're like, Katie's got nothing to eat. And I was like, do you enjoy what you do? I genuinely asked them, none of them. They're like, it's part of the job, it's necessary, it's the circle of life, and they say this, they were, it's a small butchering, like, business, so it's not a factory farm business or anything like that. Like, it's very small. And they say, like, as they said the same thing I said, which I don't know if it's real or not, but it's like, as long as you give the animal the best life possible before it is used for meat, and you're using every part of the animal possible, and you're trying to utilize the life you took, it doesn't feel as bad. But it's still, no one feels good about it. I'd eat that horse in particular. The one stepped on my face. It was a white Arabian named Nadia. You ever run across that bitch, you let me know. Mommy's starving. Bitch. I wonder, honestly, who I'd be today if it wasn't for Nadia. Would I be a horse girl? Like, was that the literal smack in the face to not be a horse girl? I know. Because I genuinely love animals more than anything. And you've seen horse girls. Like, they borderline have a relationship with their horse. I wonder if I'd be a horse girl if I hadn't been scared the fuck out of it. She's very emotional. Why are you like this today? There's nothing. I hear nothing. What is it? I don't get it. I'm listening. There's nothing. It's so quiet in here. Oh, is Dad awake? Go get him. Go get him. You're right. It's about that time. I bet she hears Zeke waking up. Go get him. She's such a weird dog. I'm a dog girl instead, and I 100% prefer that. I don't have to, like, give up my life because of my dogs, for my love for my dogs. The body language Katie's displaying right now is saying 1,000 words. This? Can you tell I really loved living on a mini farm? I say mini farm because it's never like we had a herd of cattle. We did have cows at one point. We had 3. We never had like herds of anything, but we always had chickens. We had pigs. We had cows at one point. We did have horses at one point. Like, we had various large scale animals, but not on a huge, massive scale. And like, it was just so real. Like, for instance, like, no one revels in butchering anything. So we raised the pigs. My sister showed them at FFA. And then whatever one sold at fair, the other one would get butchered and the family would keep that meat and we'd eat that meat. The meat would be all wrapped in like the parchment paper or whatever. But they'd fucking write the names of the pigs on the parchment paper. So our giant chest freezer in the garage, which inevitably every farming and or hunting family has, that is just full of meat. Half the packages would literally, and I remember the names, these are actual names, Harley chops, Harley bacon, Blossom chops, Blossom sausage. So not only was it a reminder that Harley and Blossom weren't pretty enough for fare, but also I'm eating Harley and Blossom. And pigs are so smart, like they're borderline dogs. Mean dogs, but borderline dogs. It's crazy. It is, and we didn't request this. The butcher did this. I don't know why, and my parents think it's fucking hilarious. To this day, they will laugh about that. I never thought that was funny. Thought that was pretty fucking dark. She does have big... Now she's under my desk in her cave again. The weather's so nasty outside, I can't even get out of my apartment more than just close enough to the grass for Ruben to pee. Oh, poor guy doesn't get to go on a jog day, so I just gave him a bully stick to keep him busy. That's what I do with these guys. That's exactly what I do with these guys. Seriously, if the weather is, windy, so it's going to pick me up, or it's freezing fucking cold and it burns their feet, or if it's too hot that it burns their feet, I give them a bully stick because it does wear them out. It's really good at getting their energy out. A homestead. It's more like a homestead, yeah. Minus the sourdough starter. My wife wants goats, but I'm not trying to do that. What would you do? Like, I want goats deeply, and the reason I've never really, like, aimed to actually own goats in my life, I just find petting farms and farms that have goats that I can go experience, is like, I'm not going to kill the goats. Ever. And I don't like goat milk. So, like, it would just be the most expensive pet. Like, the land needed, etc., the nail trimmings, the horn trimmings, the etc., to take care of goats. Like, it would just be a money sink. So I'm going to let other people sink their money into goats, and I'm just going to take advantage of that via Instagram and whatnot. But I love goats. They're so cute. And they, exactly, in order, like, goats, this is pretty much all mammals as far as I know, but in order to produce milk, you have to pretty much have this perpetual cycle of birth, which is how we got veal. You're not wrong. I do have 2 little goats with trimmed horns. They butt their heads the fuck enough. I believe that, Shinoshi. I think that's why I interpret them as mean, because they're just smart. They know what the fuck's up. They don't put up with my shit. It's crazy. My dad rigged up, like, this amazing home for them. Like, they had their pen and everything. But then they had like, an indoor pig condo. And they had multiple feeders and multiple water dispensers that would only be activated if the pig pulled a pull cord. And the pigs had particular tastes. So there was different, like, feeds in each one of these things. And they would pull on one depending on what they were feeling like. It was, my dad designed this for the pigs. It was fucking wild. And watching the pigs just, like, learn it on their own and use it. And then we ate them. It's a little fucked up. That being said, pork is still, like, the #1 meat I feel the least bad about eating to this day. Which is crazy because we owned pigs. They're so mean. I was bit so many times by those fucking pigs. I just kind of eat pork out of spite now. Oh, they were so good. Oh my God. It's a different, and I don't say this as a pun, it's a different animal. Look, it genuinely, if you've ever had farm raised pork versus store-bought, it tastes like a different animal. Genuinely, it actually tastes like a different animal. It's weird. There's a place near me that you can rent goats to eat your lawn. Oh, my mom did that when we were kids. If you guys live in the Pacific Northwest, it's specifically where I know this is a huge problem, blackberries. That's all I have to say. If you live somewhere where blackberries can imitate a mountain, Pacific Northwest probably, goats and sheep. My mom used to rent the sheep from our next door neighbor and the goats, which I think is where I fell in love with goats, because she had the little pygmy goat with the big belly. She'd rent them, tie them to a tree, and they'd decimate a hill of blackberries in a week. Crazy. 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 Oh, they could decimate, normal blackberries in a day easily. We had hills. They were taller than me. These blackberry mounds, because the stalks get literally, they can get like this big around, nice and cock juicy, and they just grow forever. Blackberries are so fucking noxious. I'm lucky enough to live in a farm area. I'm sure I could find a butcher to handle bigger animals for me. That's what we did too. But I don't want to, but farm stores are good for high quality, cheap feed that isn't Tractor Supply, so I get to support local, which is always the best option. I've heard cows are pretty dumb. We had some cows for a while. They were cute. They were just giant. They reminded me of dogs. They were just giant puppies. If not for eating, why delicious, right? Bacon, though. That's all I have to say. I don't feel bad about harvesting farm animals, why they exist, and you are using it for sustenance. Exactly. It's the factory farming that I have a problem with. There is still paint in my hair. Look at that. Fucking Christ. Proof I painted my baseboards. There is still latex paint stuck in my fucking hair. It's fine. Don't worry about it. What up, Rod? To eat the kudzu. Yes. That shit is nasty. Fuck that shit. They use goats in our local nature parks to get rid of some invasive plants that they love to eat. I think goats eat anything. Geese, but the poop, Saronlin. The poop. It is every time I go somewhere where like geese are known to inhabit, usually Canada, unironically. It's like, wow, look at this beautiful park with this manicured lawn, but you have to walk on just your big toe because there's just shit and monstrous goose shits everywhere. It's like you need to get the geese, but then what eats the shit? Like, what can we do now? What can follow the geese? Do we want an animal that eats geese shit? Is that a thing? Other than bacteria, there's just so much poop. My dad would totally do it. He's just not doing it because my mom said no. That's it. Have a good lunch, Kills. That's it. My dad is not opposed. Like, my dad, bless his heart, he's the most sensitive man. Like, he literally stopped hunting because he got a camera and he realized he just wanted to sit in his tree stand and take pictures and not kill things. But he's still a redneck at heart, and he grew up in this lifestyle. Like, he was the one that if our dogs got hurt, I hate to say it, we weren't a vet family. If the dog was old and got hurt, dad took him in the field. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But he's capable. She just won't let him because she's like, oh, I don't know, it's my bird. Well, that's what I mean, she has not directly said to me, Katie, you can't touch my rooster. So if I just like make a trip home to visit family and that rooster just disappears one day, maybe a hawk got it. I don't know. Self-fucking-defense. It comes at me and I'm gonna punch its head through the ground. I cannot even step on an earwig as much as I fucking hate them. You come at me, something tries to hurt me, I have no problems harming you back. That like, whatever that disposition is about me that's like, I don't want to hurt anything and I don't like, it dies. You come after someone I love or myself and suddenly I'm just like, oh, really? Let me remind you, I have a medical license to end life! As is exhibited by this gold pin I just got in the mail. Should I wear my pin on days like this where I just need to remind people I have that? Don't fuck. Our hospital had a lake by it. Oh god, we had to hire a dog to keep running off the geese because of all the crap, and it was the smoking area. Goose crap. It's huge. It's borderline big. It's as big as cat crap. There's a reason Canadian geese are called Canadian cobra chickens. I love them, and I respect the geese, and they get to live wherever they are, but I wouldn't purposely put geese on my property because this shit. It's just, I already have to pick up dog shit constantly. The shit. Fuck that shit. Never touch your mother's cock without permission. That being said, better to ask forgiveness than be denied permission. I just thought of a really funny joke. This might be inappropriate. Theory said, CK's literally the Terminator, and all I could think of was, come with me if you want to live. It could go both ways, though, really. Come with me if you want to live. Sorry. Sorry I turned it into Dracula, but that was the first thing that popped in my head, and that was funny. Cheers. My bong is closed, is like plugged, so I keep trying to like fucking... Sperminator, there you go. Exactly. I mean, what's she gonna do? Like, and that's what I told my dad. I'm like, what's mom gonna do if you kill that rooster? She's suddenly gonna be able to hang out with her chickens and not, like, worry about dying? She'll be pissed for a couple days, but fuck. Get rid of it. He's saying it to Sarah Connor. Come with me if you want to leave. Yeah, that could, well, it'd be like, I was doing it more like from my point of view, you know. It's whatever. Let's stop. I have to. I'm just picking up an empty cup out of anxiety. It's fine. Are you still under my desk? Yeah, you are. I mean, Stronlin, that's the thing. All of these chickens are the same age. They're like 2 years old. This is her first flock. Since the last one passed or whatever. They're all the same age. So it's going to be years before the culling of any of the chickens happens. Which sucks. The whole ask for forgiveness instead of permission doesn't work for me. I'm pretty as fuck. Facts, though. I think because I can't hide what's going on in my head on my face. I have no poker face. I think it gives me away because like petty. Oh shit, you are pretty though. Sorry, read what I want to read instead of what was there. Um, on that note, I was recently informed. I don't. Oh, was it Zeke? It might have been Zeke. I sent him a stupid Instagram or something, and he was like, "Why'd you send this to me? This is not funny." And I'm like, "That is fucking hilarious." And then he sat there for me. He's like, "Oh my god, I think I just got your sense of humor." And I was like, "Oh really? What's that?" And he goes, "Petty as fuck." Oh really? Is that what my sense of humor is? So I'm emotionally damaged. How are you doing today? Just now. That was like a couple weeks ago. Yep. Not all of us are gifted with the quick thinking. You should. Oh, you're working. I was going to say I would. As long as it wasn't cold. Is it warm? East Coast thunderstorms are the shit. I remember the first time I ever went to Orlando, it did that. It was like a crazy ass like piss down rainstorm. And I was used to Pacific Northwest, like just the constant misty, shitty rain, not really like buckets at one time, but it was like piss warm. Like walking through the pissy part of the pool, it was so weird. I love your personality. Thanks. It's a disorder. Thanks. It's a cocktail of multiple medications. Want to pay for it? We live shit people not getting the consequences. Bitch, I became the consequence! I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't tested it, Desmond. No, we're going to do that. I opened up NVIDIA Control Panel and I went into the game like we did yesterday because, who was it? Was it Lyft came through yesterday? Oh my god, someone at the end of stream came through and was like, oh my god, I had the same issues on Steam with the weird light glares. So I went in and I turned off VSync and shit in the game already, but we'll probably have to fuck with it. I'm just... Lack of content, thank you. Lack of content said similar issues. Not as bad, but similar issues. Thank you, Celine. Similar issues on Steam, but they were fixed by lowering some of the settings. So I remembered what was said, like in terms of how to kind of fix it with some settings, lowering and turning off that VSync. So I already went and did that. Rob is awesome, people. Thank you for reminding me. It was at the end of stream yesterday. There was someone else too, I want to say. I don't remember. Anyways, I went in and did that, but I'm just, I guess, just really hoping it's not in there. I know the FMV stuff's gonna work, but like, the neon glow gave me burn dots in my eyes. We'll have to, if the neon glow happens, we'll just have to turn off all the lights. I don't know. Thank you for summoning the class, Kim Classy Live and giving any swings, by the way, for 9 fucking months. Our child will be born and we shall feast upon the long pig. Oh my god, we've come full circle. Petey McPete! Thank you, 6 Pete. I appreciate you. I shall bathe in the biddies. And then put them in my butt, probably. Lowered the shaders to the lower settings. That was the thing. It's kind of interesting settings on this game. There wasn't just like shaders. There wasn't bloom. Bloom wasn't in the settings. That being said, the Steam version might have it. I don't know if it's different, but there was no bloom settings. It was just like brightness. And then I'll show you. Let's take a break and then we can dive into it. It's about that time anyways, and my dogs are being needy on my feeties. But biddies, I'm on board. I mean, you ever think about that? Like how many biddies and subs and tips are turned into poop or butt plugs? At the end of the day, everything goes in our mouth and probably in the other holes too. Everything. This, a little bit of this. Did I tell you guys I found another Jesus? Great. I'm going to be finding them for a bit. I'm very excited. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Seriously, like the first And one of the most important breaks in the tree of life is whether or not you eat with your asshole. Deuterostome versus protostome, motherfuckers. You and I got lucky. The vast majority of creatures did not get so fortunate, and they eat with their butthole and or shit with their mouth. However you want to view it. They got one hole. We got really fortunate. Eat ass. Maturely. Responsibly, clean your ass. Shut up. Did it actually do it? I used to make her play horrible songs for people. I haven't done that in a bit. I have to come up with a terrible song again. Maybe I'll do it with great songs, though. Oh my god, I haven't. Do you think he put one in the boob light? I think the last one I found was literally delicately balanced on one of my picture frames. Like, I was standing at my desk on the phone with my sister, and that's the only reason I saw it, and it was just sitting on a picture frame so delicately. And they're so small. They're very nondescript. So imagine that, like, sitting on one of those picture frames back there. You just don't see it, and then one day you're like, oh my god, Jesus! It's like he's been here again, because I swear I've looked at these things since. I wonder if there's one in my Friday the 13th Jason box. He wouldn't do that, right? He might have. I'll check on break. He is. Have I shown you? I have 7, 8 now of these little... And we've already discussed what we're going to do with them because fortunately, I guess I'd rather go with knowing than not knowing. Viata found out that people like to use these little Jesuses to groom children into being Christian and joining religious organizations. So... when I find enough, I'm going to turn them into pasties and take pictures of my naked body with them. To which hopefully people will respond with arousal and we can just nastify those Jesuses real fucking quick. Because gross. That is the only way these tiny Jesuses should be used. Period. A pig? Oh my god, that's precious. It's what Jesus would want. Thank you. That's my opinion as well. Dr. Cloud, thank you so much for the fucking raid. Welcome, raiders. My name's Katie, and it's wonderful to see you. Have you seen Jesus lately? Because I've found so many as of late. It is truly wild. Welcome to the channel. It's wonderful to see all of you. Go get some lunch and get a beverage. I love you. All of you that come from the stream. Thank you for joining me today, but please feel free to stand up, stretch your legs, go get a beverage, and take a fucking break. You've been sitting. We have a lot of tiny Jesus. Lots. What's up, Weasel? Oh, did I just kill my browser on accident? I totally did. And the music at the same time. She's doing great, kids. She's doing great.
Scary clown says run away.
Metal, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving it for 51 fucking months. God damn it, that's a long time. Don't forget your Prime subs. Every time you forget your Prime sub, Bezos makes $1 billion and does nothing for society and gets a $5 bill shoved up his G-string. Gross. Stop it. Find someone who needs a smile. Maybe Dr. Claw. I don't know. Sounds like a great idea. Do that. Use those, and thank you. Which one is your personal Jesus? Oh, definitely the pink sash.
Allow yourself to be penetrated.
For fucking surezies. Hey, what happened to my image? Hey, look, you did a hype train. How? What is happening? Am I being haunted? And now that one has no sound. I don't know how you've done it.
I don't have answers. All I have is little Jesus.
But somehow y'all activated a golden fucking Kappa train. Once again. What is that? 7 times in the last year?
Clown says run away.
What the fuck? I know. I don't understand. I'm so grateful. Please don't, but like, I've been around a really long time, and in 1 year we've had 7 of these, and before, never. I've never. Crazy. Thank you for those biddies. Thank you for that resub. Jesus. Trash, thank you so much for gifting a sub to 6 feet under. 6 feet under, use a butt wizard of the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. And I appreciate you. If you don't know what a golden kappa train is, essentially, you give bits or donate subs or resub or sub to the channel, and you get a kappa that is gold for the next 24 hours. And it's like allegedly rare and special, but 7 times in a year. I just don't know what's happening, and I appreciate you. Thank you for that resub, Mish. I fucking appreciate you. 33 months is a good number, also a very long time. And Mike, thank you for those 500 biddies. And Kona, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Dr. Whale. Dr. Whale, use a butt wizard of the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. And I appreciate you. Oh, God. Holy shit. I appreciate you. Thank you. Rage, thank you for those 100 biddies. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, all of you. And stay classy, or whatever the fuck. Shit talking Bezos does it. Apparently. I mean, that's not hard to do, though. I have his G-string. It's in somewhere back there. I don't think you can see it. It's like up here. I've got his nasty-ass G-string back there, which is covered in dollar bills. It's facts that he gets $5 bills shoved in his greasy-ass G-string. That is real. Every time a prime isn't used. Palazzo, the fuck? Thank you for gifting 5 subs in the chat, you generous hoe. I appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual and enjoy your golden kappa. Josh Guy 27, Tango Booey,
No.
Shiuko, Doomskull, and
going
Waxamillion.
to Fuck you with Satan's cock.
Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. And I fucking appreciate you. I love having the Smashly alert back. It makes my heart so happy. Stronlin, thank you so much for those 100 biddies. Monster Peck, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving it an swings for 15 months. It's a really fucking long time, and I appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent, and I fucking appreciate you. Katie is the chosen one. All hell Kappa. Genova, thank you for those biddies. Is anyone else seeing these random-ass hype trains happen in any other channel? Are these happening to other people? Because I swear this has been normal, and so many golden kappas. I'm so grateful, but I feel very spoiled. Thank you, Petey, for the fucking beaties. It didn't work, but it did. You know what I'm saying? Kind of. Cheers. Thank you for this. I appreciate you and the hype train and the kappas and whatnot. You spoil me. The thunderstorm is not a tornado warning. And now, wait, is not, or are you lying? It totally is. Is now a tornado warning. Penis, thank you for those fucking biddies. Enjoy your golden kappa. You have a kappa emote, by the way, but now it will be golden for 24 hours. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't have answers lately, but I'm grateful. So there's the normal kappa. Thank you, Penis. That's the normal kappa. And then there's the special kappa out there. Caffeinated one, thank you for those biddies and cheers. I appreciate you. What up, Tazi? How are you? You know, I hate that all y'all are getting this crazy weather because I know it's coming my way. It did, just a random, like, out of nowhere, because I swear we've had hype trains where it's, like, the beginning of stream and there has not been even one resub. And all of a sudden it's, like, 0% hype train started, and I'm like, what does that mean? And these fuckers are so generous, they always participate in it, and I appreciate you. You make it so I don't have to unplug Nana anymore, and thank you for that. But also, like, what's going on? Rare tornado warning in a rare place. Please be safe. I mean, have fun, but be safe. Safety third. You know what I'm saying? Safety third.
Hail Satan, motherfuckers. Now, I'm going to fuck you with Satan's cock.
Thank you. Hello, thank you so much. I'm sorry, I'm still have a cold. Mother of Titty Christ. Thank you for resetting the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving it for 29 months. I fucking appreciate you. My lungs are going to clear themselves eventually. It's going to happen. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexy and pure sober consent. And fucking Ice Penis with 5 gifted subs. Holy shit. Thank you, you generous fuck. What the fuck? All of you are now butt wizards of the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sex and pure super consent. Drewbo Baggins, great name. That's hilarious. Corey Tech, Macathet, God Striker 86, and Shadowpaw 101. Stop doubling. Don't do that. Y'all butt wizards of the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sex and pure super consent. And fucking thank you. And if you get a gifted sub, it's so nice to come in and chat and say thank you to whoever gifted to you, because I know you get an alert. What a nice thing to do. You should do that. And thank you. Ghost has a new album coming out and they have a new single and I haven't listened to it yet. Yes. Hence the touring. I know. Who is she? Should we listen to it together? I tend to get whatever Viata's getting for some reason. Is it some, I want to say people call it a nor'easter or something. Is it actually a tornado warning or a test of a tornado sirens? They test them on the first Wednesday of the month. A lot of places. They sounded here today as a test. Oh, interesting. I mean, he is in a storm right now, so I'm going to try to find it on Spotify so we can listen to it in good quality. Is that okay? It seems sacrosanct not to listen to it in good quality, if we can. Since I love when people do that. It's my favorite. Please and thank you are two things that take such little effort and are just like the most simple way of acknowledging another person is human and they're there and you see them. Penis, do you have a theme to a story? What kind of story? Write this down. I predict that no less than 5 people will share the new Ghost song the second you go live on Friday. I'd say you're probably on point. Don't they have a new one that came out? Is it out? Like, they have a single or some shit. Yes, Satanized. Is that the new one? There's one out, Satanized, and then I think another comes out on Friday or whatever. I don't know. I never keep up on this shit. Dates are crazy. A funny story? Did I ever tell you of how my mom kind of finger fucked a sea creature at the aquarium? Jen Infused Cucumber, thank you so much for sending the class, keeping the class alive and giving an ace for 48 fucking months. God damn, that is 2 years and that's a long fucking time. And thank you for the goddamn hype train. I haven't? All right, cool. So while the hype train runs itself, and thank you for that. So if you've ever been to an aquarium, all the aquariums I've ever been into in my entire life tend to have like a hands-on tide pool experience. So essentially, like, they have some sort of set-up tide pool that has live animals in it, like sea stars and sea anemones and sea cucumbers, and is that usually it? I don't know. Stuff like that. Maybe a sea urchin or two. A touch pool, right? They genuinely have a touch pool. And since I was, you know, itty-bitty little bitty Katie, Alchemy, what the fuck? Ike Wolf, what the fuck? What in the fuck? I'm drinking water. I swear to God. You guys are seeing this, right? I don't know why my voice is like this. Thank you for the biddies, Ike Wolf. Alchemy, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs in the chat. You generous hoe. And Phoenix, thank you so much for resubbing the class, keeping the class. I've given it for 5 months. I fucking appreciate you. Queso Bite, Megatai, excuse me. Short Stack, Shadow Dragon, and Pagan God. You're all butt wizards of the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexy and pure sober consent. And I fucking appreciate you being here. Thank you, Alchemy. So anyways, Media Brat, thank you so much for those biddies, and enjoy your golden kappas. So, since I was itty bitty and growing up in the Pacific Northwest, my mom has taken me to the aquarium my whole life, and the touch pool was like my favorite thing in the entire world. I don't even really like to touch them very much. I just like to get as close as possible and look at stuff like tide pools in nature, like beach tide pools. To this day are one of my favorite things in the world. Like, I was so excited to share that with Vissy when I took her to the ocean. And she loved it, thank fuck, because previously she was like, I hate the ocean. I'm like, okay, we're not experiencing the ocean in the way most people do. We're going to be fully clothed with boots on, walking on like hard rock and barnacles and shit, and looking at tide pools and picking up pretty rocks. And she loved it, so it was great. But that's neither here nor there. Also, you should check out Vissy's channel because she has a puppy, and oh my God. So, I'm an adult. This was only, I want to say this was like 5 years ago, something like that. we go up to the aquarium in Vancouver, BC, which is fucking huge. It's borderline a zoo. It's like an experience. They have a bat room. They have so many different animals. They have like an amphibian room. Not like I'm trying to sell it. You should just go. I can't remember what it's called. It's in a big famous park. Stanley Park? Is that what it's called? It's like near a big famous park on the water or something like that, but it's just this huge like zoo/aquarium. It's called the aquarium. It's fucking incredible. You should go. And they have a huge touch pool that is like, it also simulates kind of tides coming in, so these waves come in and whatnot. And normally in most aquariums, and this was the case here, they have like zoo staff on the other side of the touch pool so that people, aren't harming the animals, respectfully touching, but also they're super educational. I love them because I can be like, what's that? Why does it look like that? What's that one? Why does it look like that? Sick. We've learned today. And then I walk away, and that's my favorite thing. So we're like all excited, you go wash your hands first, and then we're like touching, and I'm pointing out, and I'm like, of course, I'm spitting out facts that I know because I love animals and I know some things. Fun fact, did you know that a sea star or a starfish, whatever, all the colorful part that you see that tends to be like on top of the starfish, all of that, the softer, like colorful part, that's their lungs. That's their lungs. They actually have an exoskeleton, and their lungs floof out holes in their exoskeleton to breathe like gills. That's gills. So every time you touch a sea star, it's like someone stabbing you in the ribs and petting your fucking lungs. Anyways, those are my fun facts. So I think my sister's there and my mom's there, and we're just like gently, touching, and I'm asking questions and whatever. And I just hear the attendant suddenly go, "Ma'am!" Genuinely, "Ma'am!" And I look over, and my mom has her fingers like this in the middle of a sea anemone. You know what a sea anemone is, right? It kind of is like the tentacled pink sock of the ocean. I don't know how else to explain them. But she's got her fucking like this, like just boosh in it. And it's so aggressive. And she's just standing there like, and looks at the employee, whatever, the attendant person. And she's like, "What?" Kupfer scale. "What?" And the lady goes, "Ma'am, that is both its anus and its mouth." And my mom, just without missing a beat, deadpan, "Does it hurt?" Not removing her fingers still, just for reference. That's all she says. And the attendant goes, "Maybe." And my mom like does a "Okay," and just fucking walks away. And my sister and I are like at that moment where we're like, do we even pretend we're associated with this woman right now? Because she just finger fucked an anemone, and I don't fucking know how to live with this reality anymore. What the fuck? It was so weird. It was weird. I'm still like uncomfortable about the way that sea anemone was treated. I'm glad I'm not the only one that finds that, in hindsight, fucking hilarious. That took literally that level of the hype train. Thank you for a level 5 hype train of a golden kappa. Can I see your golden kappas? Flash me that shit. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm uncomfortable yet strangely aroused. Yeah. Yeah, that checks out. Yeah. I think it's like, I don't know. She's just an interesting woman. I look like her, but I don't know the dude. I'm her clone. There's no way. My sister and I look like twins, and we look just like her. There's no way we could claim anything. We just kind of stood there, and we're like, guess we're leaving too. Bye.
Hail Satan.
She did. Oh my god. She finger fucked Nemo's ceiling. Well, so I don't do this anymore, but as a child, I was taught by my mother that when you're walking around in the tide pools of the beaches of the Pacific Northwest and you see a sea anemone in the water and you put your finger in it, it closes up on your finger. Because it's trying to retract away from you because you're damaging it. You're fucking finger fucking its face and asshole. Stop it. So as a child, it was like, oh, cool anemones. Ah, look at it's like a flower that closes on your finger. Oh, look at that. It's a flower that closes on your finger. So when she like this giant one, you know, on display was like on her hand, so she kind of had to like out of its tentacles. It wasn't slow. I mean, it wasn't fast. It wasn't quick. I don't know. And like you can rip their tentacles off, so you have to like move real slow. Yeah, it's all fun and games until this shit actually decides to like digest your fingies. No harm. I mean, I'm sure these things have come, like, literally, I'm sure, like, infants are, like, fist fucking them and shit. Like, these things are in it. But, you know, we don't want to encourage the fist fuckery. Never encourage fist fuckery. Unconsensually. And I'm uncomfortable. How's everyone else doing? Quick break, because if I don't take one, the fucking ad's gonna run. So, quick break, run an ad, and then if this Satanized is the new Ghost song, I would love to listen to it with you guys before we jump into Quantum Break and try to speed run the fuck out of that few chapters and see what we're doing. But if I don't know, I'm real bad at this shit. Unconsensually. Can the sea anemones consent? I don't think so. Then you hear the anemone say, wait. I should just go, right? No. It's underwater, right? I have to go. That made me choke on myself. Me too. I'm sorry I'm like this. Anyways, break, run an ad, listen to Satanized in good quality together. You want to come say hi first? Hi, my sweet boy. Don't lick my mouth. No, you're such a good boy. Ma'am, absolutely not. You don't have to hump your brother all the time. Women. Look at his silver. His arms are silver. It's so weird. You've just got like booties. You've got little smoky booties on, bud. You're still cute as fuck. Don't get self-conscious. It's so quiet. We don't have music on right now, bud. This is horrible. Can I at least play something? Okay. You've never laid your head on my shoulder. That was the cutest thing you've ever done in your whole life, bud. Just have to tell you that right now. That was maybe one of the cutest things I've ever. He's never done that before, I don't think. Where is the music? I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna put this on while he licks my hand because wow, the silence is truly deafening. I love you. Better. Better. Oh god, it was. Oh no. I've forgotten what I did in the clip already. That's my brain. That's so bad. Thank you. Do you remember? Say nice. Is there a music video for it? I could try to line them up. Okay, I remember what I did. God damn it. Not every time, actually. I shouldn't bitch. It's been pretty good lately. I'm Okay. I should just go. Yep, it's time. All right, break. Bye. Bye. Yes, penis. That game is forever.
All right. Oh, shit.
Whoops. My bad.
Hail Satan? Boo.
All right. Where'd you go? Let's fucking listen to this song. Wait, I'll wait. Is everyone back? We'll wait. We'll sit in just dead. No, this is terrible. We won't sit in dead silence. We'll listen to a ghost song. I know. Sorry, I forgot my filter. That's a my bad. Let's see. This is pretty. Call Me Little Sunshine. Pretty song. Ghost is pretty. You should listen to Ghost. Did you listen to it? Is it amazing? Yes. What up, Mag? I hope you're doing well. Tiny Jesuses and bags of dirt. Okay, so. You know this, right? You know that, right? So my boy Rod fucking hates it. Fucking hates it. And I respect it. You probably hate it then. It's been nails on a chalkboard since day one for Rod. Fucking hates. Oh my god, what? Okay, hold on. Before we dive into ghosts, this is important. This is important. It's 2 seconds. This is important, penis. Important to the story. It's war. It's just war. I don't know what to say. It's war. Someone pulled my cord, ma'am. All right, now you know. So Rod hates it. It is nails on a chalkboard for him. I don't know why, but it is. I get it. There are certain things that are nails on a chalkboard for me, so I respect it. But when he house sat for me, what I did was I took a ton of these, like those little sandwich bag, not even sandwich bags, like snack size Ziplocs, and I put a little bit of dirt in like 10 bags and hid them under everything in the house. So under his pillow, under my keyboards, under the Go XLR, in the bathroom, everywhere, under the towels. I hid them everywhere as like a funny, like a haha. So this last time Rod took care of my house, he planted numerous, I don't know, we don't know how many, tiny little Jesuses everywhere. I have found them in the strangest places.
Hail Satan.
So many. I have 8 now of these little Jesuses, and I just keep finding them. And Rod had a box of like 100, and he has no idea how many he actually put in my house. So it's like friendly war, but you know what I'm saying? This is what it involves now. It's exciting. Like, I found one just the other day, just talking to my sister. It was delicately on top of a picture frame, just like very delicately. That's where they are. They're just like in the most obscure, strange places. And I've even gutted this room, and I've still only found 8. Like, there's going to be so many. Hello, little sister. How are you? Oh my God, Sarah, we're about to listen to the new Ghost song if you want to listen to it with us. It's hilarious. It's what I'm saying. Friendly war. Friendly war. The best part is that Rod at first did not understand the tiny bags of dirt, and he thought maybe I was into a new drug. You know Dirt Man, Sarah. So long story short, I pranked Rod by putting tiny bags of dirt under every surface of my entire house when he house sat for me. And his response was to hide little baby Jesuses. Not baby, but just these tiny Jesuses all over my house. Little dirt under my pillow for the dirt man. It is. It's like master level Easter egg hunt. Because they're so small and I can find them anywhere. Jesus is always watching. Not only that, Rod loves the fact that every day I can say I found Jesus. I found Jesus more often in the past month than I have in my life. So many little Jesuses. It's incredible. I know. He's like, Katie, did you find Jesus today? I'm like, you know what I did? I found another Jesus today. Or did Jesus find me? They're always staring. That's the creepiest part. Is they're just little Jesus, and it's been watching me do all the things I do. All the sinning. I know. I don't know. You also need to yell Jesus. No shit. I found one when I was on the phone with you, Sarah. I found one when I was on the phone with you on Monday. I found one. That was the one I found on a fucking picture frame. It's just the most random times I'll find them. I found one in my bathroom, like in my hair products and shit. I don't know, dude. They're everywhere. Fox, no shit. And like, who has more proof? Who has more proof? I find Jesus in my bathroom, in my desk, on my pictures, in my kitchen, amidst my tarantulas. I find Jesus all the time. I'm telling you, like, this is a month now. This is all I've found in a month. And there's maybe at least 25 in my house somewhere. I'm guessing. He has no idea, he didn't count. So this is literally a forever journey. We don't know how many Jesus we will find. But whatever, next time Rod takes care of my house, I have to figure out something to do. I don't know yet, though. I don't know. There's multiple things. I have multiple ideas. I'm already thinking about it. It'll happen. We have things to do. Okay, let's listen to Ghost. Are you ready? Are you ready, kids? I'm nervous. I get nervous because I'm like, what if I don't like it? But you guys seem to like it, so I think it's going to be great. Here's a preface. So if you've never listened to Ghost before, I'm playing you not the brand new song because we started it and we have to play it. This is not the brand new song. This is just one of my favorites of their recent albums. I can't cold cock you like that. I could get little lemons. That's almost too easy. That's almost... Oh my god. What if it was little baggies of lemonade? Because, like, what's a lemon? I don't know. I don't get anything wet. Like Country Crock lemonade packets that just say, like, wet me. I'm writing this down for no reason in particular. Lemonade. He said that, Alk. That's a quote. I used to have it on my soundboard. These are just Rodisms that are beautiful. Yeah, like the Crystalite single packets. Something like that. Oh, yeah. Because then he could get it wet. Oh, my God, though. Wait, Mag, that could be easily incorporated. And that makes it fun. Ooh. Hold on. The little lemonades will say, like, get wet, and the jelly beans will say, like, don't get wet. Fajas. I told you that we called my dad Faja as a kid, right? My stepdad. That was, like, how we started calling him dad. At first, it was, like, because it was weird. I was 12 when they got married. So my sister was, like, 7 or 8. 7? So as we were, like... And he's still Faja in my phone. I think he's the Faja. But that was, like, how we started calling him dad, was, like, Faja, and then dad. The Faja. And he loves it. Mom is the mother. No shit. I could show you she's actually the mother in my phone, too. That's so weird. Literally, I love that we have them as the exact same things in our phones. The mother. Like, in all caps. M-U-T-H-A. That's fucking great. Yeah, Faja and mother. Mm-hmm. I got really mad at my dad one time and changed his name in my phone to Father, and I've never changed it back. Faja is it's not a mean thing to call him. I think he likes the Faja. I don't think so, Fox. I assumed he got it from Austin Powers because I want to say we probably got it from Austin Powers. Goldmember, didn't he say like the Faja? Papasan and parental units when we want to not own them. Oh my God, Sarah, do you remember when mom finger fucked a sea anemone at the aquarium in Canada? I just told the story to everyone. I'm pretty sure you were there. And the lady was like, "Ma'am, that is both its mouth and its anus." And mom was like, "Does it hurt?" Or what did I say? Can it feel it or whatever? Were you there? It was one of the grandest moments. Take the Faja away! Exactly, that. I think we might have gotten it from that. You never have to, Viata. Why? Amazing. Yeah, that's definitely also Papasan and then parental units when it's like, when they're being, like when we go out to eat a meal with them or something and they're just being complicated, it's, the parental units. But beyond that, yeah, the mother and the Faja, which just make it so much better. The rents, yeah, yes. When they get to a bickering with each other in public, the parental units, yeah. And you stand like 20 feet away and just watch. Wait, lemon mods. Wait, what did you make? Yum. I got really, wait, what did you make? I love lemon, like baked goods, and I'm just seeing things about lemon loaf. Fucking A. I saw the things about frosted shit with lemon, and I got really excited. I love lemon. Yum. I made a shit ton of banana bread last week, and it is all gone, so I bought more bananas to freeze. Oh, next song. Okay, here we go. New song. I was just dipping you into Ghost, so that's Ghost if you've never heard them. New song, I'm turning it up. Here we fucking go. If my dogs bark, I will mute myself, and I apologize. Hopefully they feel peace in their souls for now. Beans. Little beans. On the opposite side of the spectrum, I like to tell stories about how mom would just straight up leave us in public and we started to get loud and weird, so we'd proceed to raptor run after her. Is that where this came? Is that where that came from? Sarah, I don't know if you've seen people in chat say this before, but they've like, what do you guys say? Classy dactyl? What is it you guys call? I do it all the time. Like this pterodactyl sound. Is that where it came from? Oh my God, there's a thing, I don't know, in games or whatever, when I scream or I'm like crawling up on something, I'm like, and people say like, it's Pateri, Rex. They're classy dactyl or whatever. It's also from that, definitely. I wonder if that's where it came from, because I totally remember doing that. That and she, don't be weird, which, I mean, do I need to tell y'all how to make your kids be weird? It's probably to just repeatedly say, don't be weird. I'm not like calling us out on any level, but we're kind of weird. All right, let's fucking go. I'm nervous.
Mommy, why don't you love me?
Yeah, wow. I'm glad we're discovering things together as a community. I'm loving this for us. All right, let's go. I'm nervous. It's gonna be loud because we're in silence right now. Maybe loud. I don't know. Let's go. It's okay. Ugh. Okay, I like it already. Ugh. I love his voice. Yes, Sarah. We should look that up. I'm gonna look it up. Oh, should I look up the video? I like it. Aw, thank you. I like this beat. Not you. What dinosaur arms? What do you mean? No. I'm so sorry, autoplay. I dig it. Lemon posset's delicious. Yes. I have an appointment to get the fuck cut off this Sunday. Disgusting. His voice is so pretty. I know, I hate it right now. It's really hard to type. Oh, they're great for scratchies. They feel really good on my head. Oh, yes. Well, now that they have new music, I feel like I can listen to them without killing all of their music for you again. I feel like I have the worst habit of playing the same music over and over and over and over and over again and never having any variety, and then I kill it and then no one wants to listen to it ever again. But now that there's new music and like a new potential album coming out, then I don't really have to I can do that again for a little bit. Yeah. I went and got them professionally done for the first time in like 5 years before I went to Loveburn, because I figured I'm camping and I didn't want my nails to like snap off and break and be garbage for one thing, be moop, but also just be annoying. And she did them so well that like I just can't watch. I'm gonna snap one now. I can't seem to fucking break them. So I made an appointment to get them cut off because I'm feeling unfunctional as fuck. It's crazy. It's like literally a ½ inch off my finger. My hands are that much longer. It's so weird. Okay, music video, and then we dive into fucking quantum time. Time to speedrun this bitch. And by speedrun, I mean do it with quality and still pay attention to everything and listen to everything in full, but also we're going to try to complete these first 2 chapters of the game as fast as possible because we fucking did it already. But just in horrible, didn't look right resolution that was a nightmare for all of us, myself included. It burnt my eyes. Like I actually had like glow dites. Yep. Glow dots? That's the one. I had like glow burns in my eyes after stream yesterday from that neon nightmare. It was fucking terrible. Glow dites. That's a thing now. There's a running theory that Perpetua is the baby on the cover of Infinitesimum. Oh. Infestissimum. I always say that wrong. I also think he's the papa being constructed on the Impera. Oh, that would make sense with like the bionic parts. Oh, that's fucking sick. Tobias kind of has a baby face. I think he needs prosthetics to not look like that. It's kind of crazy. I know, crazy. It's crazy. So if you weren't here yesterday, we started Quantum Break, and it broke, and it crashed, and it was terrible, and so we were thinking about getting it on Steam, and Mike went and bought it for me on Steam, generous hoe, and so I downloaded it, I installed it, and we're going to see if it runs well. fold your dicks. How's audio? A regular playthrough. Cross thine dicks. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm hoping for that. But I've heard tell that it can also fuck up. So, I don't know. We shall fucking... I was gonna say, when we were listening to Ghost, did you know that Tobias Forge and I share the same birthday? However, he was born in 81. Just a little bit older than me. But yeah, we have the exact same birthday, so... Basically the best. March people are broken. Just had a meeting, made me panic and think I was in trouble. I'm not, we're good, but man, fuck them, dude. Was it one of those we need to talk? Absolutely not. Those are cruel and unusual. I think they should be illegal or some shit. We're like... I don't know the actor's name, but he's Merry, and he's a hobbit. He's Merry and Pippin.
So far, your crazy plans working?
I love a fantasy world, man. It just,
And
it's
Dr.
just,
Emerald?
I think it's fun to absorb. I mean, I'm sure
She's
this is all just childlike nonsense. Dominic, is it Dominic? Dominic Moynihan?
So you're gonna sip champagne while I break into a high
Or
security
is it,
installation.
is that how you say it?
You
Moynihan?
got this all figured out.
He's a good actor. It's just like, I am a
well,
sucker
in that case-
for a fun fantasy world to fall into. It's like, I mean, this is probably all very childlike, but I do love animation and magic and fantasy and unicorns and all of those fun things. I think I just heard a death gobble come from another room in my house.
Seriously, Jack, let's go.
Genuinely, you know what, ma'am? We're pausing the game and we're playing tomorrow. And on that note, I'm going to raid Dan. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I'm going to go gargle some tea and honey and rest the fuck out of my voice. Thank you for playing games with me today. As usual, stay classy, wash your hands, brush your teeth, all of the things, clean your bong. I'll see you tomorrow morning at the same time. Movie night, as usual, in the Discord. Discord? Yep. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care of yourself. Itch where you scratch. Eat a cupcake, and I'll see you in the morning. Go be nice to my boy Dan. Oh.